Good morning, dear students. Hope you are doing good. Thinking that you are listening classes regularly. See here, hopefully you have finished the first term assignment, what I given to you. Please note down the second assignment. The first question is, considerations to design sedimentation tank, or else design of sedimentation tank. Second one, filtration, both rapid sand, slow sand filters and rapid sand filters. Detailed notes. Third one, chlorination. Fourth question, layouts of distribution system. These are the assignment questions for you. The first question, both design of sedimentation tanks and the first question, design of sedimentation tanks, rapid slow sand filters with clean, neat diagrams. Third one, chlorination. Fourth one, layouts of distribution system. One more is fluoridation and defluoridation. Also include fluoridation and defluoridation. I given 5 questions. Design of sedimentation tanks, filtration, both rapid sand filters and slow sand filters, chlorination, fluoridation and defluoridation, layouts of distribution system. These are the assignment questions for you. Please submit your assignments. And try to, and I'll intimate how to submit and when to submit very soon, but these are the questions. Okay. Make sure to be available these assignments. And the time will be intimated to you. But these are the assignments. Okay. Today we'll go to the topic, that is valves. The topic name is valve. What is this valve and why we are discussing these valves? In the previous class, we have seen the layouts of distribution system, and there we discussed one particular point, that is valves. Number of valves are required. Number of valves are required. Pipelines are required. Likewise, we discussed. Now, what are those valves? Today we'll discuss. See here, we are in the 6th unit. We are in the 6th unit. We have finished all these topics, and these are about the distribution of distribution layouts. Walls. The topic name is walls. Walls are used to release the pressure, or else to release the air, to divert the flow, to control the flow, to regulate the flow. All these are the different uses of these walls. What are those? To regulate the water flow, else to control the water flow, else to divert the water flow. And also they are meant to release the pressure in the pipes and the air that is accumulated in the pipes will be released with the help of valves. There are different types of valves. Today we'll discuss one after one, which you may across in water supply system. These valves, the name valve we across in the second unit itself, where we discuss intakes. Here, what is this valve? See here, I said just now, to regulate, to control, to divert, and to release the air, to release the pressure that is in the pipelines. Now, the first category, first valve is here, sluice valves. Sluice valves. The first one is sluice valves. This is the sluice valve. See here, these are the most common valves in water supply system. These are cheap in cost and less resistant to water flow. These are cheap in cost, less resistant to water flow, and these are also called as gate valves. These are also called as gate valves, and these are recommendable for every 3 to 5 kilometers distance in public water supply system. And mostly they used to made up by bronze, steel, and iron. And normally these are connected to the main lines during the repair works, where we want to cut off water supply to one particular section. Let me discuss one more time. These are most common type of valves in water supply system, very cheap in cost and less resistant to water flow. These are familiar with other name by name gate valves. Almost for every 3 to 5 kilometers of water supply system, these valves are being used to regulate the flow. And more particularly, these valves are used to control or else to cut off the water flow where the other end of the section is going to be repaired. And these are made up with these are made up with the materials like bronze, steel, and iron. See here, have a look here. They can operate either from surface or at underground. You may be observed at manholes, or else at not only manholes, even at the roadsides, the authorized people used to keep one rod into the road where there is a water supply system, underground water supply system. They used to spindle. That means they used to stop or they used to on the water flow like this. Handle is there. See, we used to observe at certain areas, even our daily localities, in our localities, one person, authorized person, used to come, and most of the times the roadsides, he used to introduce one particular rod into the underground system and he's trying to spindle. That means he's just regulating the flow. See here, that is the reason. See, these are connected to a nut or wheel above by means of a thread spindle passing through a gland. When the wheel is rotated, the simply raises. The wheel is rotated and the flow will be regulated. See here, they can be operated. See here, this is the pipeline. This is the pipeline, and it is acting, the handle is moving downwards, the water, the flow will be diverted. If the handle is in opposite direction, the flow will elevate. Understand? They can be operated from the surface through a stop box. Even they can be operated from the underground chamber. The diagrams are most important. You must learn these diagrams. These are made up with bronze, iron, or steel. For every 3 to 5 kilometers, these are mandatory to convert the flow or else to divert the flow. And almost these are familiar with other name by name gate valves. One handle will be there. So by using that handle, the flow can be diverted by either from surface or by introduced into the underground chamber. See, normally these are connected to a nut or wheel above by means of thread spindle passing through a gland. When the wheel is rotated, the spindle raises up and opens the valves. This is a wedge, and if it opens, the flow will continue, and if it closes, the flow will be diverted. This is what about sluice valves. And next one is check valve. What is this name? Check valve. Check valve, not shell valve. Check valve. See here, these are familiar with other names such as non-return automatic devices or reflex valves. In the previous case, these are also familiar with other name called as gate valve. And here, the other name is reflex valve. And the speciality of these valves is they allow water only in one direction. The water allows water in only one direction, and it won't allow the water in two directions. They consist of metallic disc. See a check valve. It is a check valve. See in this, here the pipeline will be in the middle, and the disc is here, and it will be controlled the flow. Have a look over here. They consist of metallic disc which fitted tightly against annular valve seat. See here, metallic disc against annular valve. See here, valve seat. These are also called as reflex valves. They won't allow water to two directions. They fit tightly. They fit tightly against the annular valve seat. Water flow in the pipes can regulate with the screws of metallic disc. See, with the help of this metallic disc, with the help of metallic disc, this tightly fits the pipeline so that water won't allow to the other side, and they are allowed only water in one direction. Okay, this is the metallic disc where with the help of this disc operations, the flow will be regulated. This is about check valve or else reflex valve. Third one is air relief valves. Air relief valves. What it is releasing here? Air. These are also called as air relief valves. See here, normally when the water is being supplied to the pipelines, there will be an accumulation of air. See, sometimes you may be heard sounds releasing of air. When the water is being supplied through the pipelines, there will be a blockage, or else the air will be accumulated in the pipelines. In such cases, water won't move. For here, I wrote over here, for normal flow of water, the air has to be removed. These are different types of valves fitted to remove the accumulated air in pipes. See, a floating valve will be there in the cast iron chamber, which is connected to soffit of pipe by a short pipe. The movement of water is fully depends on the air, which can regulate with this valve. You may be observed air relief valves. In washrooms, you may be observed air reliefs. This is the ball. And by operating this, and it moves downwards and air will move, or else when it is opening, see here, when we are applying pressure, it moves downwards and air will be released. See here, these are also called as air relief valves, and it is the common phenomena. While the water is being supplied through pipelines, there will be a chance of air accumulation, which has to be treated, otherwise the water flow may not continue. In such cases, the floating wall will be there in the cast iron chamber. You may be observed certain washrooms, which is connected to surface pipe by a short pipe. The movement of water is fully depends on the air, which regulate with the wall. See here, by applying pressure, it moves downwards and air flows will be regulated. And the other one is scar wall or drain wall. What is the other name? Scar wall or drain wall. See, these are used to remove suspended particles which may settle down and cause obstruction to flow of water in the distribution system, especially at dead ends. Scar walls. These walls used to keep at the bottom or else at the end of the pipe. Normally at the bottom and at the end of the pipes, all the suspended particles will be settled over there. If the water is not taken out, it will stagnate and the bacteria will accumulate in it. See here, normally what drain wall in the sense drain off. The water is getting drain off. That means normally these walls will be fitted at the bottom or else at the end of the pipeline. In both the cases, the suspended particles will be settled. If they are in a settling tank, they will be settled at the bottom. If it is in a pipeline, the suspended particles will be settled at the end of the pipe. In such cases, there is a chance of bacterial contamination. With the help of drain walls, all the settled suspended particles will be flushed out. See here, there is no, see here, these are used to keep at the end of the pipelines or at the bottom. Or else if you're bottom in the sense, as we are discussing about water supply system, normally there's what we should write, these are used to keep at the end of the pipelines. If the distribution system is dead end system, obviously the suspended particles will be settled at the end. Sometimes by removing that wall, or else by opening that wall, all the suspended particles will be flushed out from the pipelines. This is about the drain walls or else core wall. Understand? Today we discussed about, so far we discussed about the walls, sluice walls or gate walls, number 1, check walls or reflex walls, number 2, air relief walls, number 3, number 4, scar walls or drain walls. See here in the case, everywhere we used to encounter one particular point, number of walls are required here. See here, one point is there. See here, initial cost of is high, and here one more point is there. Walls, needed walls, closing the needed walls to divert the flow. Everywhere we used to get the one word, that is wall. See here, this is about the walls here, needed wall in grid system, whereas in circular system also, see here, number of walls. See, it requires more number of pipelines and walls. That means with the help of these walls, we can regulate or control the water flow in water supply system. See here, yesterday we have seen about the layouts of distribution system. Today we have seen the various walls and most important walls, various walls which plays vital role in water distribution system. Sluice walls, check walls, air relief walls, and scar walls. So you must learn how to draw these diagrams, and whenever you get a question, definitely you may get a question, write a notes on types of walls. And similarly, by seeing these walls, you may be remembered one particular topic. Let me discuss one more time these walls. See here, you may be here, you may get a remembrance. That is nothing but this topic, joints. We discussed about joints, spigot joints, screw joints, collar joints, flange joint. All these joints we have seen. Similarly, all these joints are exclusively designed to connect the pipes. Similarly, these walls are used to control the flow in the pipelines. That means you may get questions both on valves and joints. Both are highly essential for water supply, and you must make sure to learn all these diagrams thoroughly. Then only you can score good marks in examinations. All the types of joints, valves, and how to lay the pipelines, all are mandatory. You must learn in this curriculum. Okay, and tomorrow we'll discuss next topic, okay, related to distribution system. Hope you understood about all these valves, sluice valves. We used to we used to control the flow with the help of spindle. Both from we can operate from either surface end as well as ground underground chamber. Check valves. These are used to keep to the pipes with the help of disc, metallic disc. We can control the flow. See, air relief flow like a valve. This me here in this closed iron chamber, the floated valve plays vital role, and by pressing here opening, see, simply it moves downwards and water will, the air will be released. And the next one is scar valves or drain valves. As the name itself indicating us, at the end of the pipeline system, these valves will be kept, and as it is the end of the system, as it is the end to the water supply system, there might be a chance for accumulation of suspended particles or suspended impurities. By opening that scar valves, we can remove the suspended particles. This is about the types of valves. Hope you understood. If you have any doubts, please contact me either phone, message, or mail. Thank you.